Hello, my name is Lily Dover, and today I'm going to be discussing Ebola virus disease. And the Bible verse that I chose that I think pertains to this is Psalm 103, verses 2 through 3. And it reads, "Bless the Lord, O my soul, and forget not all his benefits, who forgives all your iniquity, who heals all of your diseases." So I think this passage does a great job at acknowledging the role that faith plays in healing, as many people turn to faith during times of illness in order to seek comfort and strength in their healing process. Moving on to the signs and symptoms of Ebola. So the symptoms of Ebola usually occur very suddenly, and they include fever, fatigue, muscle pain, headache, and sore throat are some of the common ones. And after these initial symptoms, they're usually followed by other symptoms like vomiting, diarrhea, rash, or internal and external bleeding. So from the time that one gets infected to having symptoms ranges from around 2 to 21 days, which is quite a broad range, but the most common is around 5 to 8 days for the virus. And after recovering from the illness, there are symptoms like headache, memory loss, and vision problems that may last up to 2 years that a person is healed. All right, now for the causative agent of Ebola virus. So the infective agent of the disease is known as Ebola virus, and this comes from the family Filoviridae. And we know of 6 identified Ebola virus species, and 4 of which of these cause disease in humans. And these 4 species are the Zaire, which is the most common, and there's Sudan, Thai forest, and Bundibugyo. And then over here we can see the structure of the virus. So we see the outside, which is the envelope, and on here we have glycoproteins, which are kind of like spikes, and what they do is they help the virus attach to the host cell. And underneath those we can see the 2 membrane-associated proteins, the VP40 and the VP24, and what these do is help block the immune system responses. Over here on the other side, we have the protein VP35, which inhibits antiviral immune responses. And then these other proteins associated with Ebola virus are the polymerase L protein and the VP30 over there on the other side. And what these do is play a part in RNA transcription and replication. And then finally, we have the nucleocapsid, which of course encapsulates the viral genome, which we can see right there on the inside. Now for the pathogenesis of Ebola virus. So this virus spreads to humans after contact with an infected animal's blood, body fluids, or tissues. And then once the virus is spread to a human host, the virus can spread from person to person through direct contact with infected blood or bodily fluids. And the virus enters through the body, through broken skin, nose or mouth, or through sexual contact. All right, so for the epidemiology of Ebola virus, some important things to note is that Ebola outbreaks usually occur sporadically and often in Central and West Africa. And this is because these are common places where there is close contact between humans and wildlife, especially if you're living in an area with fruit bats, as these animals are considered to be natural hosts of the virus. So the case fatality rate of Ebola virus disease, it varies, but it can be as high as 90% in some outbreaks, which is extremely high. But with improved supportive care and early treatment options, the case fatality rate can be reduced significantly. Another important thing is community transmission, as this can play a significant role in the spread of Ebola, especially in densely populated areas that might not have access to healthcare infrastructure or healthcare resources. All right, and finally, the treatment and prevention of Ebola virus. So there's been 2 treatments that have been approved by the FDA to treat Ebola virus, but this is just for the Zaire Ebola virus species. There has not been any other treatments approved by the FDA for the other 3 species of Ebola that can infect humans. But these treatments are Inmazeb, which is a combination of 3 monoclonal antibodies, and then there's Abanga, which is a single monoclonal antibody. And just for some context, Monoclonal antibodies are antibodies produced in a lab that help prevent germs like a virus from spreading infection within the host. And there are also measures that can be taken to prevent getting Ebola in the first place. This includes washing your hands properly and frequently, avoiding contact with other people's blood or bodily fluids, and also avoiding other animals' fluids or raw meat, especially fruit bats. And from a Christian worldview perspective, Christian teachings emphasize the importance of preventing harm and promoting the well-being of individuals and communities. And in the case of Ebola, prevention measures like hygiene practices are extremely important for limiting the spread of the virus. And by implementing these measures, individuals are able to fulfill their responsibility, protect themselves and others from harm. And here are the references that I used. Thank you.